and a world where all the animals unite as one and go into the animal games. Only one animal phylum comes out as the best and greatest evolved phylum ever. This phylum is mollusks.
Mollusks have 1-2 shells and have 3 layers.
There are more than 110,000 species of mollusks that have been identified.
They're classified by having a shell or no shell. If they have a shell, they're classified by the type of shell and kind of foot they have.
That's awesome.
Most common are the gastropods, bivalves, and cephalopods. All 3 have open circulatory systems.
Gastropods are the largest group, which are snails and conchs.
That's awesome.
They have 1 shell with the exception of snails who have no shells. They also have radioles that's a tongue-like organ with rows of teeth to obtain food. They work as a file to scrape or tear food.
That's
Examples
awesome.
are snails, which scrape algae off of the walls of tanks.
They also come out at night. Bivalves are hinged 2-part shell joined by strong muscles.
Examples are clams, oysters, scallops.
That's
to protect
awesome.
themselves, they pull their shells closed by tightening muscles and releasing them to open.
They're well adapted for living in water. For protection, clams burrow deep into the sand by contracting and releasing their muscular foot.
Mussels and oysters attach themselves with a strong thread or cement to a solid surface. This keeps waves and currents from washing them away.
That's awesome.
Scallops force water in and out of their valves to move them away from predators. They can move 1 meter per muscle contraction. Cephalopods are the most specialized and complex. They're considered to be the most highly evolved class of mussels.
Examples are squids, octopus, and cuttlefish. These mollusks have well-developed heads.
That's awesome.
Their feet are divided into many tentacles with strong suction cups or hooks to capture prey.
All are predators. They feed on fish, crustaceans, worms, and other mollusks. Squid and octopus have well-developed nervous systems and large eyes like humans.
Unlike other mollusks, they have closed circulatory systems where the blood moves through closed vessels.
They have a water-filled cavity between their outer covering and internal organs.
When the muscle covering is tightened, the water covering is tightened. Water is forced out through an opening near its head. This propels it backwards and moves away quickly. Squids can propel themselves at speeds of more than 6 meters per second. Using this jet propulsion and can briefly outdistance all but whales, dolphins, and the fastest fish.
That's awesome.
A squid can even jump out of the water and reach heights of almost 5 meters above ocean surface. Some have changed little from their ancestors.
Fossils date back more than 500 million years. Many species became extinct over 65 million years ago. Today, mollusks are descendants of ancient mollusks.
They're food to many animals, and some people make money by selling them. Many shells are used for jewelry and decoration.
Pearls are produced by several species of mollusks.
That's awesome.
They provide information about ecosystems, including the source and distribution of water pollutants.
Internal shell of a cuttlefish is the cuttlebone, which is used in bird cages to provide birds with calcium.
Squid and octopus are able to learn tasks, so scientists are studying their nervous systems to understand how learning takes place and how memory works. They also cause problems for humans. They damage plants. They're host to infections that can be in humans. Parasites, shipworms, a type of bivalve that makes holes in submerged wood of docks and boats, causing millions of dollars in damage a year. Clams and oysters and other mollusks are filtered feeders. Bacteria, viruses, and toxic protists from the water can become trapped in the animal.
Eating these infected mollusks result in sickness or even death.
Segmented worms, they have no shell to protect themselves. They're too soft, they come out when it's wet, so predators can get them easier.
Echinoderms are brittle so that they break easily.
Arthropods, their size, they're so small, and some are venomous, but they're too small to protect themselves with their venom. They can't use their own defense mechanisms.
Sponges don't move around from predators.
Amphibians hibernate, leaving them open to predators.
Reptiles need the sun for warmth.
If a bird's wing is broken, then they can't fly. If a mollusk shell is broken, they can find or get a new shell.
Mammals, their mother has to be present for the baby to survive.
In fish, they don't have an outer layer for protection.
Keep the salt away and the